let us see about the introduction about the Python. Okay, so in today's session, we will go through what is Python, okay, and where we will use, what is the history of Python, what is the versions of Python, so why Python, and what are all the things that is required for the introduction we will cover today. Okay, and in tomorrow's session we will go with the installation of Python in our local machine. Okay, so now let us go with the Python introduction. Okay, so yeah, every day I will be writing the notes like this. Okay, and every day I will be sharing the notes through the mail. Okay, so your mail IDs will be shared from my team. I'll get the mail IDs from the team, and I will share the notes every day. Okay, everything step by step I will write, and step by step whatever I write, that will be shared with you. Okay, so I am calling this class as class 0, as I am not discussing any technical content today. Okay, tomorrow onwards I will have a deep dive into the programming, okay, as well as the programming concepts, how to do the programming, what are all the things we need to take care. I'll go through everything. Okay, do not worry, those who has completed this Python program, they can really play with Python. Okay, at the end of this course you will have real grip on Python. Okay, so now let us start with the session. So what is this course? Python programming. So it is available to someone who is opting for the data analysis. Okay, and it is also applicable for someone who is going for the data engineering, and it is applicable for someone who is going for the data scientist. Okay, so this course is really a gateway. Okay, so this course is actually is a gateway to the following things. So if you want to become, if you come to the data science, though you want to become a data analyst, or you want to become a data engineer, or if you want to become a data scientist, so you need Python to. So if you are analyzing the data in Python, we do have some special libraries like pandas, NumPy, and to visualize the data we have like a matplotlib. So many libraries are available in Python to analyze and visualize the data. Okay, in data engineering you need to perform various tasks. Okay, though it may be extracting the data, or it may be transforming the data, or it may be loading the data. For every step, for every action, you need Python. Okay, in data science, you need to work with so many algorithms. Okay, though it may be to check the data pattern, to check the user pattern, and to analyze the data a bit more, to have the quick insights, you need to use machine learning algorithms. Again, these machine learning algorithms are implemented in Python only. Python is the base for all the machine learning, deep learning, or AI, or it is generative AI. We may call it as PE, prompt engineering, and IoT programming. And also, if you want to build any LLMs, okay, even the right now, the prompt engineering is using PyTorch. If you are working on big data, we call it as PySpark. So many things are using Python now. Okay, so this course is a gateway to someone who wants to learn ML, who wants to choose ML as their career, and DL as their career. So like that, whoever wants to go the AI side, they can opt for this course. Okay, and again I'm telling you, this course is a basic one. This is required. So it is also required for if you are going like a web development, or you want to develop UX and UI. So Python can be used for web development as well as front-end design. It can be used. We do have libraries to develop front-end and back-end, both. Okay. Python is a strong object-oriented language. Okay. We can use it for web development also, but most of the people, okay, 90% of the people will use Python for the first two things only. What are the first two things? Data analyst, data analyzing, data engineering, and data science, and the machine learning, deep learning, and AI. So for these things only, 90% of the people will use Python. And other 10%, the 10% people may use for web development, and may use for gaming purpose, or may use Python for audio and video processing. Okay, or they may use for business analyzing. Okay, so in today's world, every business enterprise is completely data driven. Okay, so many backend servers will be collecting our data. They will be analyzing on the data collected. Okay, they will be applying so many algorithms on the data they collect. Okay, and they will see, if you browse for a TV on the Flipkart, the next minute if you open the YouTube, you will get the TV ad over there. See, that fast the world is working. That fast the people are taking your data, analyzing it, and deciding what you are required. Okay, they are actually decoding the thinking pattern of you, and they are displaying the results as per that. Okay, so that is how the things are going on. So this Python course is a base or a gateway to the following things. Okay, if you want to choose the career in any of the above mentioned things, you can go for this Python. Okay, and then what are the use cases? Who is using Python now? Now, so use cases, who are using? Number one, the bigger one, joint, actually tech joint, Netflix. Okay, so you may the complete Netflix stack is developed using only two things. Okay, the one is Python, the second one is AWS, Amazon Web Services. Everything in Netflix, even a small network interface on Netflix, is developed using this Python and AWS. Okay, and let us go to the next tech giant, that is Google. So Google, most of the Google components are built using Python. Now let us suppose you are using a feature called Maps, Google Maps. So in Google Maps, so how the things will work? So whenever you enter some source, some starting point, and then whenever you enter some destination, so automatically it will show a the fastest route or the shortest route, you may call. Okay, so in background a ML algorithm called Dikshatra algorithm will work. What algorithm? Dikshatra algorithm, you can check. So it is used to find the shortest path. Okay, it will take so many things into the consideration, and it will do that. So usually how that ML algorithm is built? Using Python. Okay, so many things are built, so many features, the additional features. Okay, most of the components in Google Gemini are built from Python. Okay, so many components are built in Google using Python. Facebook, so the advanced features what you are using in Facebook, like creating avatars and reacting with emojis, all those things are created using Python. And Reddit site is completely created using Python. No other language is used to create Reddit. Entire thing is Python. And then in YouTube, actually it is for content creators. So what they did, they have integrated so many features, okay, for the content creators and also for the in the YouTube studio. So most of the features in YouTube studio are designed using Python. Okay, and even in Instagram, whatever the advanced features you are getting, like audio processing or video processing or reacting using avatars, okay, or else all the things, all whatever the advanced options you are getting, most of those advanced options are built using Python. Okay, so Python is actually very famous today. Okay, so but actually, what is the history of Python? So there is a guy called Guido van Rossum. Okay, so he is a guy who created the Python. Okay, that too long back in 1989. Okay, so why he kept this strange name called Python for it means he likes a comedy show. The comedy show. What is that comedy show? Monty Python Flying Circus. Okay, he liked that comedy show in such a way, that in such a huge manner, that he kept the circus name for the programming language he invented. Okay, so it is invented in 1989. Python is very old language when you compare with the Java. Java came in 1995. Okay, but thing is that so Java became famous for the web development. Whenever you are building a website, or whenever you are doing some web related operations, so we will use Java a lot. We use Python a bit less as compared with the what we call Java. Okay, but when we come to the advanced things like machine learning or deep learning or data engineering, in such cases, okay, in such cases, you cannot invest most of your time in learning the syntax of the programming language. Okay, you cannot invest most of your time in learning the syntax of the programming language. So if the syntax of programming language is bit easy, okay, then you can actually concentrate on the bigger things. Okay, if you use Java for machine learning, for at least 6 months of time will taken by someone who is learning the Java. Okay, so where from he will get the time and he will invest on machine learning to learn it. Okay, so that is why there come there need a powerful language which is easy to operate, easy to learn. So there comes Python. So actually, in the initial days of this data science or machine learning, there is a competitor for the Python. There is a competitor for the Python, that is R language. Okay, R language is a competitor for the Python. But as the days passed, as the years passed, what happened? So Python, we know it is open source. Python got a large community support. The number of libraries that Python got is expanded. I mean, the number is expanded like anything else. So day by day, the Python is getting powerful. So the R is gone now completely. It is at the disappearing stage almost. So now everything is ruled by Python itself. Okay. So this Python got two versions. What are they? Number one, Python 2. It is the older thing. Okay. And number three, we have Python 3. It is actually the new one, which we are all using in today. Okay, in the programming world, everyone is using Python 3 today. So you may ask me, what is the difference between Python 2 and Python 3? Actually, in the Python 2, the syntax is little different. The library support is little less. Okay, so let me take an example. To collect the input from the user, we use input command in Python 3, whereas we use raw input in case of Python 2. So, right, so we have so many differences in terms of the what we call the syntax, and in terms of what we call the library support. Okay, so that is what the difference between two versions. Okay, two versions we got, Python 2 and Python 3. Now, what these Python developers will do, Python programmers will do. Okay, so they will design, okay, they will plan and they will design. So number one, they will design, comma, code and deploy the applications. Okay, so as per the requirement. Okay, if they are doing any data analyzing or any data engineering, what they will do, they will collaborate with other teams for data collection and analyzing. Okay, so in the what is our motto, what is our objective to learn Python? So we are here to write a efficient, readable, comma, this is most important one, reusable and testable code. See, everyone write the code. Okay, everyone will write the program. So if someone who can, let us suppose if you are implementing some mathematical function, someone will take almost 20 lines of code to implement a function. Okay, and there will be someone who will implement the same thing in 7 lines. Okay, but someone code may take may, if some erroneous data is coming, and it can handle their code, but if someone has developed, they cannot handle the erroneous data. So like that, so the efficiency matter. Okay, and whatever the code you wrote, and it should be reusable and it should be testable. Okay, so we will write such code in this thing. Okay, so why Python? So Python is evolved like anything today. Almost everything from AI to the small applications, everyone is using Python today. So see, it is like, though you may think in terms of number of areas it is used, and the number of companies it is using, and also number of developers they are using, and also you may think the number of libraries it got. Okay, each library will work for each field, so that much stronger libraries it have. Okay, so that like that the Python is expanded today like anything else. Now let us suppose if someone is taking a project. Now let us suppose they are building a ML system. Okay, in the market, if all the Python engineers are available, so what companies will do? The companies will automatically choose Python as their implementing language. Okay, but see, whenever the companies, this is a reverse case actually. Whenever the companies are choosing Python to implement their projects, automatically people will learn Python to get into that company. Okay, so here it is vice versa. In today world, everything, I mean, the both cases are working. Companies are choosing Python, as well as people are also choosing Python. So that is why Python became very important. Now, let me go through what we call uh, the syllabus of our course. So day-to-day schedule. So this is the day-to-day schedule of our Python course. If you have chosen for the analyst, it will be a 20 days course, 4 weeks course. If you have chosen Python for the web development, so that is 28 days course, 6 weeks course it is. It is 4 weeks course and this is 6-week course. So now what you are going to do? So actually you can take a printout of this day-to-day schedule. Okay. So whatever the Python basics that are needed for a person to move into this top 2, I have covered everything in this syllabus. Okay, you will become, it is like what we call in Udemy, you will get like this 0 to 0 series. So like that 0 to hero series. Okay, so like that I have framed this syllabus in such a manner that whoever opt for it from 0 they can evolve as hero, right? So like that I have framed this syllabus. See, in the day 1, I mean in the tomorrow, I will go with the Python installation and I will introduce you various IDs. Why various IDs? See, in tomorrow world, you may go to a new company. Okay, so today I may be using one IDE in our company. If I go to another company, the another company may use another IDE. So you should not get that interface difference. I will introduce all IDEs. Okay, so I'll introduce VS Code. I will introduce Jupyter notebooks. I'll introduce PyCharm, and I will introduce what we call the. You can I can make you execute a Python program from the command prompt itself. Okay, I'll go through so many things so that whenever you see a new IDE, you don't feel like, okay, it is little new to me. Okay, so I'll make you familiar with all IDEs. And then day 2, we will go with the basic operations and what is a variable in Python and how to name the variables in Python. Okay, and we will also see how to comment the code. What happens if you comment? If you comment some part of code, it will not get executed by the Python. Okay, so whenever you are executing something, you may write some comment to have some reference. Okay, and then we will go through the data types. Okay, how many types of data that Python will support, and what is typecasting, how we can change the type of data in Python. And in day 4, we will have a operator string. And then I planned something small. You may call it as a mini project, or you may call it as micro project, but a kind of small project I have planned. Okay, so that is a basic calculator application. That assignment will be given to you. If you don't submit, I'll explain that in class again. Okay, then going on the day 5, we will go through the introduction of sequences and strings. Okay, we will go to what is sequence, what is iterable, how the iterables will work, and what are all the 4 types of iterables we have in Python. All those things we will see. And then on that same day, I will complete the strings part. Okay, so we will see everything on strings. How to create a string, and after creation of string, how to access, what is indexing concept, how to slice a string, what are all the operations we can do on a string, what are all the methods we can apply on a string. All these things we will see in this string session. And then lists and tuples. So the same thing, how to create a list, how to create a tuple. So how indexing will work, what is indexing, what is slicing, how the operators are reacting, what are all the methods that we can apply on a iterable. We will see all these things. Okay, and then we will go through sets, dictionaries, and then we will see the difference between list, tuple, and set. On the next class, on the very next class of this iterables, I will go with the if statement and if else. Okay, in the same class, if the time permits, I will explain the logical operators with if loop and also the nested if loop. Okay, like that we can do so many things using if loop. Most of our embedded applications, see now a few days back we got corona. In the corona, every apartment has kept a automatic hand sanitizer. So an automatic hand sanitizer runs on simple if loop. If the hand is present, what you need to do? You need to turn on the sprinkler. You need to give some voltage to the sanitizer sprinkler over there. If the hand is not present, so you should keep silence. I mean, you should not provide any voltage to that sanitizer sprinkler. So as simple as that. So simple program. So this if loop is used for decision taking mechanism as per the condition we have mentioned. Okay, we will see a lot of if examples in our class. Okay, so by the end of this complete 1 month course, okay, I'm not talking about the Python web for development. So till you complete this day 21, okay, so you will see at least 150 plus small big Python programs together. You will see 150 plus examples in this course. Okay, so every day I will give you some assignment. Okay, maybe the initial first week I may not give the assignments, but as the days pass on, every day I will give you an assignment. Okay, and you can really complete that assignment and send me a mail. Okay, I'll provide you the mail ID, and then so once we are done with the day 8 syllabus, I will tell you, I'll go to a small basic loan eligibility application. Okay, so you can create this program. Okay, it is also a kind of mini, you may call it as micro project, no problem. But it is a kind of small example that you can build using Python. Okay, I'll define the basic parameters for this loan eligibility. You can actually create a function for it. I mean, a program for it. Okay, once we are done, we will come to while and for loops and range function. Okay, on day 9. So we will go through what is the loop, how the loop is initiated. And in the next day, we will see how the loop is broken, how you can skip the particular condition, and how to keep a loop empty. We will see all such things, everything about loops, everything about the loops in these 2 days. Okay, and then we will go through the enumerate function, zip function, and assert functions. These 3 things we will go through. And then on day 11 and day 12, so we will have a deep dive into the functions. So we will see how to create a custom function. Okay, what is function, what is arguments, how a function will take input, and how a function will give output, how to call a function. Okay, yeah, what is anonymous function, what are all the methods that are available on anonymous function. Okay, in Python we call functions as first order objects. Okay, so by using this functions we can do a lot of stuff. Okay, the same functions we call in OOPS as methods. I will tell you what is the difference between function and method, but they do look same. Okay, and here after once the functions is completed, we will have a small project on functions. Okay, we will build a small application using functions, and then we will go through what is modules and what is packages. So we can create a custom module. I mean, you can create a module and you can create a package. Okay, and what are all the packages that are created by Python community? The Python community also will create so many libraries. that are available as packages. We can actually make use of those packages by downloading them. Okay, and then we will see exception handling. So now let us suppose some exception is handling, some exception is occurred. How to handle that exception? That is uh, that is the part we will go through in this session. Okay, so exceptions are common in every programming language. So we will see how the exceptions can be handled using try, catch, else, and finally blocks. So try, catch, finally we will use. Then file handling. We will actually apply the Python functions on files, and we can actually analyze the file using Python. Okay, so what is file and how the text file is analyzed, all these things can be done in file handling. Whenever we come to the Excel files, we go with pandas. Okay, if it is text file, we use file handling. If it is Excel file, we use pandas to analyze it. And then we will go through the regular expressions. We know how the what is regular expressions. It is also a common topic in all programming languages. We will form the patterns, okay, to validate the data. Okay, once we are in the session, I'll go to we will have a deep dive into the regular expressions, and we will see what is regular expressions and all. Okay, and then we will have a small assignment, or you may call it as a big assignment because it will be little bigger. See, to verify a user credentials using regular expressions. Okay, so what I will say, I'll ask you to create regular expressions for validating name, phone number, email ID. Okay, so and also so many things. I'll give you 4 or 5 columns. You need to create all those things. Okay, and then there comes the part, the major part: NumPy, Matplotlib, Pandas. These 3 libraries are very important in Python. Even if you move to data side, data analyst or data engineer or data scientist roles, these 3 libraries plays a key role. Even if you move to the machine learning side, okay, though it is ML or it is DL or it is generative AI, these 3 libraries will place a key role. These are all the stepping stones of AI. Okay, so these libraries we will go through 4 days. We will have a deep dive into those things. I will tell you what is one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data, and three-dimensional data, how the data layers are formed, and how we can analyze those things. What are all the operations we do on this data? Everything we will touch and everything we will go through. Okay, so 5 days, and in the last day, along with the SQL DBA and Python, I will discuss a small project. Okay, so what I will do, I will keep some data in my database. Okay, so anyhow, as a part of our syllabus, what I will do, I will explain the connection between SQL DB and Python, and how to create cursor object, how to create connection object, and how the cursor object is used to execute SQL queries on Python console. Okay, we will go through all those things in the day 21. Okay, but also on the day 21, or if the time is not enough, I'll go to on day 22. What I will do, I will have a table on the SQL database. I will fetch that table onto the Python. I will apply my NumPy and pandas onto the table. Okay, by you after applying NumPy and pandas, what I will do, I will take out the data using these things, and then I'll use lists and strings for storing the data, and then I will use matplotlib to visualize that data. Okay, so within this project, you are covering all these libraries. NumPy, Matplotlib and Pandas, as well as the basic Python concept. Okay, so that is how we will go through a project which covers all the modules in the Python. Okay, how we analyze the data, how we analyze the things in real time. It is very much how we use in real time. Okay, this project, yeah, so many times you will use this kind of mechanism in real time. Okay, then there comes web development. So if you are choosing Python for development web, we will go through what is class and what is object. Anyhow, in this data analyst course also, I'll tell you what is class and what is object. Okay. Yeah, and then we will see what are all the types of methods we have. We will go through the OOPS concept, the 4 pillars of OOPS: inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and encapsulation. And then we will see the Flask framework. What is Flask? How to create the web pages, the micro web pages using Flask. Okay, what is the radio buttons? What are all the blanks we will keep? All those things we will see. And then on the day 28, we will have, it is a short session actually. Okay, in 30 or 40 minutes of time on day 28, I'll explain what is IoT. Okay, so IoT, Internet of Things, how things will communicate with other things using over internet. Okay, so what is the advantages we have with IoT? How to grab that sensor data, how we can analyze that sensor data, all those things we can see. Okay, and at the end of this Python development course, I will give you a small Flask project where you need to create some a web page. Okay, so it is a kind of a usage of all the classes and methods that you have used over here, and also the Python functions what you have learned. Okay, two projects are two similar, I mean very much real-time projects you will cover in this course. Okay, every day I will be sending the notes. I will be writing the notes like this in the notepad, and I'll be sending the notes to you. Okay, so that's it about the syllabus. Okay, syllabus copy, and as well as this day-to-day schedule what I have told now will be shared with you. Okay, so please go through them. Okay, and I recommend to have a printout of this day-to-day schedule. Everything I teach will be in this format only. Okay, so you can actually have, it is always prepared. I mean, you can have your own running notes. Okay, that will be better. Okay, you can have your notes, own running notes you need to have. And then during this coaching, I recommend never ever use ChatGPT. Okay, even whenever I am teaching you, I will not teach in advanced IDEs. If I use PyCharm or if I use Jupyter, if I type half of the command, the other half will be displayed by this IDE itself. So when you are a beginner to the Python, if you use such kind of advanced IDEs, so you will not learn the subject. Okay, so I'll be going with the basic IDE so that you can learn the Python syntax perfectly. Okay, so this is recommended. You can never use ChatGPT. Okay, if you use ChatGPT, you can never learn Python, the programming languages. Okay, so don't use ChatGPT. Even you can go through the Python documentation and other websites for the assistance and all. Even you can ask me in the class time. I'll tell you what is what. Everything I will explain. So what are all the highlights of this training? Number one, so this training is completely real time. Okay, I will be opening every day. I will open some IDE, and I will execute the tasks. Okay, and completely practical, and I'll explain the theory as well as practicals. Okay, and completely task based. Okay, I will be explaining you so many real-time kind of scenarios. I'll be giving you so many use cases for this thing. Okay, and then we will go through many case studies. Okay, it may be at the end of the topics, but most of the times I will take some case studies and all. Okay, so yeah, we will see two projects. The two projects, one is related to the data analyst, and one is related to the programming, web programming. And then yeah, though we have a dedicated team, we don't have a dedicated team for placement, but as we are in industry, the SQL school is in industry from 20 years. Some lakhs of people who learned softwares in SQL school has settled in many companies. Okay, they will be sending us the references. They will be sending the if any input is there in there in if any input is there at their office, they will post us. Okay, everything will be posted in the WhatsApp channel. So if you haven't subscribed it, please subscribe that WhatsApp channel. So many things will get posted over there. Okay, and then yeah, placement assistance will do, and also we will endorse you on the LinkedIn. We will market your resume. And after completion of the course, you can actually be you will be job ready, and you can actually participate in lead code competitions. I know most of our people um, will know about these lead code competitions. And then yeah, we will give you a ISO certificate. Okay, our SQL school is ISO certified. So whatever the certificate, we will give the course completion certificate that will be very much valid. Okay, and then you can able to crack the interview if you follow my class videos and notes. Okay, so what is the prerequisites for this course? Prerequisites: nothing. The basic computer knowledge is enough to learn Python. Okay, fine. So that's it about the introduction of Python. Okay, I'll be sharing these notes with our team. They will share. So along with the notes, I will be sharing the day-to-day schedule and also the syllabus of Python. Okay, you will receive that. Fine. If you do have any questions, you can ask in the Q&A. No, sir, I will. No, Sharath, I will ask. I will ask by switching on your mic. So yeah, I'm enabling the mic permission. Okay, please switch on your mic and you can ask. Or else you can simply type the things in Q&A. I'll be watching the Q&A even not today. Every day I'll be watching the Q&A for every 15-20 minutes once. You can ask me anything. I will answer them. Any questions from your side? Please reply in Q&A. So whatever I have gone through in today's session, is it clear, or do you have any confusion, or do you need any clarity? So please keep a clear message in the Q&A at least. Is everything clear in today's session? Fine, fine, fine. What about others? Everyone, please reply. So every day it will be 1 hour. So most probably it will be the same timing, 6 to 7. Fine, fine. Yeah. So in tomorrow's session, we will see the Python installation, how to install Python, and we will go through what we call the basic programs using Python. Okay. So I'll give the material, the concerned material. I'll share it with my team, and they will share you the material, right? So yeah, we will meet you tomorrow. Till that time, even if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll go through. Okay. If not, I will wind up the session today. Uh, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock Indian time, evening. Fine. Thank you. Thanks for the time. See you tomorrow.